JFK did a wonderful, amazing speech on September 12th, 1962. He captured millions of viewers with his incredible story about going to the moon and having the first man do so for the United States of America. His story, his motivation, his way of capturing people not only made you feel like you were involved in the actual event, but you actually felt like you were coming to life and wanting to explore the world even more. He had an amazing way of taking scenarios from different timelines and making them realistic, but also making you feel like you need to explore more of these details. So when he gave ideas from back in the day when people were afraid to try new things and took that chance, he was comparing to that as a way to do so for the future events, including going to the moon. So I felt when he spoke, not only did he give us hope, but he made people feel at home with his words. Made people feel that even the most unknown situations can be known if you just take a little bit of risk and try them. As for the viewers, of course, he did this at Houston Rice Stadium, which is home to us right here. And it's a beautiful setting. Congress people were watching, students were watching, and many, many more people from the government were watching as well, including the media and viewers on TV. He had a funny way of making you feel like you understood something that was so complex into simplicity. And that, I feel, was an intriguing way to capture the viewer's attention. When it comes to the setting, though, the only thing I would say is that there was a lot of applause and a lot of action behind him, but it wasn't in the sense of where you got distracted because his words were so inviting, you just hung on every word. So to me, it didn't really take away from his speech. What I felt needed more improvement and maybe less of a stuttering way was maybe the sound was a little fuzzy, but due to the fact that this was an era that wasn't as advanced as it is now, it was doable and it was enough that we can still concentrate on what his message was. Other things that I took into note is that because he was such a crucial person, he was the president after all, he knew how to relate to the common people. So that to me takes a whole new level. He made eye contact, he was able to use his hand gestures, he questioned the Americans with ideas that made them sit after the speech and still wonder about. So I felt that was a huge, huge big pointer in helping him to succeed in this speech. Other things that I took to notice was that he really felt what he was saying. So that really helped benefit me as a person who's learning these methods to understand that it's important to know your facts. It's important to study what you're going to say before so. And I feel that JFK did just that. He didn't come on the stage showing like he rehearsed it. He made it very natural. But he also was so to the point and gave facts that it helped, made it smooth in the transition of his speech. So I really appreciated that. As a person who is very motivated by future presidents and stuff, I think out of all the presidents, he has this natural ability to just captivate you. And his words really touch you. So for people who, are in my generation who didn't grow up with him, to still have it sizzle inside you and still recall his words is just amazing to me. I can't say I can do that for future presidents or past presidents, actually, because I haven't seen that effect. but I feel like he did just that, and it really hung with me. Other things that I feel were interesting about this is that he thanked everybody in the crowd on TV and the students and the pretty much anybody in that audience. And that was amazing to me. He gave recognition for their hard work. He gave NASA recognition. He gave scientists recognition. He gave even the students recognition. And then encouraged them to go forward and keep striving for the benefits for the future, such as making the first landing on the moon for a man. So overall, I felt this speech, this presentation he gave was well organized, was well thought out, was to the point, didn't have many interruptions. He knew how to relate to the students and the audience, but not only that, he was able to make people laugh and give them a sense of hope, which when you're doing a speech, I feel he can do that. I feel when you're doing these things, that is such a crucial point in a speech. So for somebody like me who is learning the ways of announcing how to speak publicly, this was very emotionally done, and it really touched my inner core. As a person who is inspired to try new things, I also felt that him comparing past things to the future present created hope in the sense of moving me forward to continue doing better things. And I invite many of you to do the same thing, to keep striving, like he has said in his speech. Without a foot of prints, you never know what the future holds. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this speech.